Hey everyone, it's Roxy Horror here again. I'm here and doing a review of The Return of the Living Dead Part 3. Or just the third movie, whatever. There's 3 of these bitches. My god. Alright, let's get into it. This movie is god awful. Okay. Got that off my chest. I am going to go into spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie and want to watch a terrible film, go out and watch The Return of the Living Dead 3 and then come back here and see what I have to say about how awful it is. Okay, moving forward. Yeah, this movie sucked. It was a complete disaster of a horror film. There was no plot, and the plot that it did have was pretty basic and just same old, same old. Didn't really like that because, we've already seen that in the first movie. So it was just kind of rinse, wash, repeat kind of thing. Except not really. There's other things in there, but just the plot line, it just really wasn't memorable. There was nothing going on there. I did like some things, so I will go into that. What I did like about this movie is that I thought it was really cool that they were testing the zombies. They were trying to figure out how to subdue them. And they were using these pulsars, electromagnetic pulsars, but I guess they were cooling charges, so they'd freeze the brain of the zombie and they would just kind of pass out and go comatose. I thought that was really cool, but then they would come back, obviously, but they would be subdued enough to get them into a facility or whatever, and then they could do it again if they needed to. But even that ended up not working as well. And we'll, at the end of the movie and stuff like that didn't really work. But I feel like that didn't... it got explored, but it also didn't. And then the facility ended up essentially burning anyway. So, I don't know. It was just... It was a movie. We're just gonna go with that. Oh my god. Julie didn't like her character. Loved the badass look that she gave herself after. So she became a zombie essentially, and she was trying not to eat her boyfriend. So instead of doing that, her boyfriend, I think his name was Kurt, and instead of doing that, she would self-inflict pain. And in doing so, she stuck all these glass pieces through her skin, so it looked like she had a mohawk of glass. There was she had piercings all over. She had nails sticking out of her. It was wild. And I gotta say, whoever did that makeup, kudos, because that was awesome. That was it was gnarly. But it was so badass. And I was just like, oh, this is going to be fun. And then it went nowhere. So, sorry to say, fell flat, but that look was badass. So, makeup, costume, design, yeah, you guys crushed it. Also, kind of, in a positive spin on this, it was kind of cool that they did a kind of Romeo and Juliet scenario with zombies. I kind of, I saw where they were going with it, and it was I could see why they went there. Not that I enjoyed the love story, but we'll get into that. But I can see why they did what they did, especially having them die at the end. Like, we knew it was going to end tragic because it was not a good love story to begin with. And we'll get there. In the things that I didn't like, which we're going to talk about now. I did not like the love story. It didn't work for me. Mostly because if I see red flags like the ones that Julie was giving off, I'm out of there. I'm like, sorry, no, this is not going to work. You're crazy. I'm out. Whereas I think there was some sort of, well, I mean, he is young, but there was some kind of naivety going on there where Kurt thinks that she's the only person that will ever love him. And I don't know. But I also just didn't buy it because she was so intolerable. Like, she was always talking about death, trying to light herself on fire, like, do all this crazy shit. And I was like, oh, this girl is a walking red flag. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? So, yeah. Julie just sucked. I couldn't get past, like, and the decisions that he makes with her, I was just like, oh God, like, why would you do this? Everybody else knowing how crazy she is, like, even her friend, who I think was getting scared of her, was telling her, you're crazy. I mean, it just, I don't know. Everybody else except for Kurt sees how crazy she is. Oh, boy. Yeah. Also, she caused her own death by being an idiot and a crazy person, and Kurt blamed himself. And I'm just like, oh my God, dude. Just read between the lines. Just let her go. Just let her go. And he didn't. And this goes into my next mention of something I didn't like about this movie. Kurt's decision making. What the fuck? Why would you go against your family for someone who is absolutely crazy? Why would you steal your dad's work card to go and show your girlfriend the zombies that he's researching? I mean, oh my God, it was awful. Bringing her back, like, after they saw, how they were bringing zombies back to life, and then he was like, oh, I can bring her back. So he brings her in there, and sure enough, she comes back, and she's, sure enough, a zombie. And you didn't think that was gonna happen? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Anyway, yeah, staying with Julie after the red flags. I mean, come on, dude. Like, you're just asking to die. I mean, that basically what is happening. He was like, okay, she's dead. Now I'm gonna die. Sure enough, he does. Yeah. In a big ball of fire. Quite literally, actually. Oh God, the characters again. Expendable. The whatever the gang was that was trying to go after them, because they thought that, I guess, Julie stole something. Whatever it was, they were some of the dumbest characters I've ever seen in a movie. I was like, oh, I'm shocked they lasted this long. Like, they only died, I think, when she came out looking like the badass. And I was like, okay, like, where has she been this entire movie? She could have killed them when they were in the shop at the beginning before she even died. They were that stupid. I was like, okay, this is completely pointless. I did have a little bit of fun with the homeless guy, but I knew he was gonna die too, because he's just kind of an exposition dump. So I had a feeling he was gonna die in some way, shape, or form. I was a little sad when he did, though, because I just enjoyed his character. He was kind of crazy and just living life as a homeless dude. Whatever. The film was predictable. I mean, as I said, it's like Romeo and Juliet with zombies. I could read the tragic ending from a mile away. I knew they both were gonna die. I was just waiting to see how, and sure enough, yeah, it was in a burning fire in the facility. So, I mean, they tried. Not very well, but yeah, I guess they tried. I didn't give this very high. So overall, I give this a 1.9. I didn't even think it was worth a 2. 1.9 out of 5. It was better than Zombie. Better than Zombie because of the look, her look. How badass that was. The makeup and costume design was top notch. Other than that, this movie was pretty much forgettable. Yeah. If you want to go see it, I wouldn't spend money on it, because I did, and I regret it wholly. So, yeah. That's my review. My next one is going to be on Night of the Creeps. So I will see you then. And in the meantime, stay spooky.